Guess where we are today? Every single Dutch person I've met has told me that the food is not very good, but that's never stopped us before. And already in the last few days, there's some food that we've tried, like stroop waffles, maybe once or twice. We had sandwiches for lunch, also once or twice. Although the typical Dutch sandwich would be a simpler one with slices of brown bread and cheese, we definitely had a taste of it and I'll show you in a little bit. We had a really nice apple pie when we went to visit the tulip fields in Lies. No lie, this was the best apple pie I ever had in my entire life. Oh, and how could I forget the cheese? No exaggeration, we went into every single cheese shop to try the different cheeses and had some of the tastiest cheese I've ever eaten. But for today, I have a list with dishes that I've run past a Dutch colleague, and she said pretty much everything that needs to be on the list is on the list. So we're going to try and find all of it and have it and see if we like it. So starting the day, I had to give the famous Dutch hagelslag a try for breakfast. It's similar to the Australian and New Zealand version of fairy bread, but in the Netherlands they use hagelslag, chocolate sprinkles specifically. I started with the simple and classic version, which is made with butter, and I already know there's going to be complaints that I didn't put enough sprinkles, so I apologize in advance. Okay. Not the best thing I've ever had. And then I gave the Nutella version a try because some people say that it's a lot better with Nutella, so let's see how it tastes. It's good. Probably because of the Nutella. Of course, a round of bread and delicious Dutch cheese had to be in order. I wanted to give it a go at a typical simple Dutch cheese sandwich, and of course it didn't disappoint. Keeping it simple is never a bad thing, especially if there's cheese involved. It's very stinky. The stench is stinchy. Oh, and does anyone else have a boyfriend or a friend who's a techie and needs to go to the Apple store in any new city they go to? Because I do, and I can tell you they all look exactly the same. For lunch, we had made a reservation at a restaurant that serves traditional Dutch food called the Pantry. We booked maybe a week in advance because in Amsterdam, if you don't book a table, it's always full everywhere. Some of you asked me to start sharing prices in the video, so you can see here they have some set menus, but you can also order a la carte. Starting with Dan's first dish, this wintry split pea soup is thick thick and comes with a slice of smoked sausage and a side of rye bread with Dutch bacon and mustard to dip. I think the Dutch like their soups as thick as the Scottish like their oats, so I'd say this is a pretty light version. As an appetizer, we also ordered bitterballen. Essentially, it's a croquette and the favorite snack of the Dutch because it goes well with beer. Traditionally, these are made with meat, but because they're so popular, the Dutch are coming up with all sorts of variations that everyone can enjoy. So I ordered my half vegetarian. And this is me crying because the mustard is so strong that it burned the inside of my nostrils up to my brain. Now for the main dish. I know what it looks like, but I promise it's not what you're thinking. This is the national dish of the Netherlands. Smoked sausage accompanying mashed potatoes mixed with vegetables. This restaurant nicely offers 3 different variations of the mashed potatoes, so we got to try them all. One with kale, one with carrots, and one with sauerkraut. I personally think this is a really hearty wintry dish and quite a smart way to mix vegetables into a dish, or even just to spice up mashed potatoes if you want to try it at home. Different. I went for a Dutch oven dish with vegetables, mashed potatoes and cheese. I can tell you I 100% completely burned the inside of my mouth because this was so good and I wanted to eat all of it, but it was piping hot too. I love oven dishes and this happens every single time. To finish, Dan's menu included a Dutch custard dessert, which is made simply of layers of custard, yogurt and fruit syrup. The sweetness, the richness, the tanginess of the different components go very well together, so it was a really nice discovery for us. I had a more indulgent choice and went for the mini pancakes. Don't be fooled thinking these are just like normal pancakes but smaller, because these were so fluffy. I could think I had passed away and was floating on a cloud.
Is that fluffy?
Honestly, time for a happy dance. In the afternoon, we strolled by Albert Kuip street food market and the smell led us to the fish stand again. Remember earlier in the video when we walked by one and I said it was stinky? It is really stinky, but it sells some of the most traditional foods we had to try. So first choice, raw herring with onions and pickles. The traditional way of eating it is to grab it by the tail above your head, but this one was sliced and it didn't look very practical, so we made use of the toothpicks. I tried to like it so hard, I promise.
It's not bad. So it is, but it's also fish crew. No, it's not.
You like it?
It's good. It's like sushi. Like a fish from sushi.
I don't like it very much. It's a bit slimy. You can have the rest. Anyway, we were still a bit full from lunch, but I had to cleanse my palate, so I brought a second snack from the stand.
Good.
Much better. It's fried fish, but it's not like doughy. It's light, much better. I just need to take the flavor of that other fish from my mouth. Lastly, we could not leave Amsterdam without trying the famous fries at War. They are topped with onions, mayonnaise and a peanut sauce that make eating fries a whole new experience.
Super good.
At this point, Dan and I were both very full, so I took my messy fries eating affair on the train to the airport as we said goodbye to Amsterdam. It was a short one, but we definitely want to come back to the city of wonky canal houses, art museums, and bikes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me on my other socials for more food adventures. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!